Good evening, everyone. I'm on my green screen and I've just got this little Aurora Borealis thing in the background. Really don't have to focus on anything. I figured, hey, at least you get some great visuals and if you don't want to look at me. Um, I just had an interview or conversation with Flat Earth Discourse on YouTube. So it was live streamed, I'd say over half an hour ago, and it's about an hour long. Pretty good conversation, I think. Go check it out. Go on his channel. Actually having a civil discourse between a flat earther and a globe earther. Can't get any better than that. A couple of things that just kind of popped up as far as kind of things that I might want to talk about. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, well, I think I'll just give a real update. So you're not going to be able to see the entire video. The reason why is, well, a lot of people are getting off of YouTube. YouTube censorship has its issues. The reason why I don't do live streams is there's really no point. So YouTube won't let me live stream because of the copyright strikes. That's on both my channels, not just on my main channel, but on my backup channel. Facebook doesn't let me live stream, so there's no point in that. If I live stream on DLive, my videos won't stay on DLive for people to watch. So if you go to my DLive channel, it's like, this guy makes no videos, so why would I even watch this guy? So people, and the thing is, in order to have your videos stay on DLive, you have to be a partner. I don't know if it's just a community partner or a higher level partner, and I think to be just a community partner is 200 subscribers, but I don't think I'll get there in a very long time. So really, there's no point in using DLive, which is based off blockchain. And then there is Vim.tv through Steemit. Steemit had a bunch of problems. So Vim.tv, I can use it for streaming. It's still in the alpha stage. The thing is, when live streaming is done, you can't rewatch it. It's gone. The video is gone. Now you could upload videos, or I could upload videos on DTube. The only problem with DTube is I can't seem to ever upload anything, and it has to be a certain size. I think it might even have to be a certain length, a certain quality, whatever. Every time I try to mess with it and follow the guidelines it has, I can still never upload anything successfully. So why even bother trying? So that leaves LBRY. I guess I could live stream on Periscope. There's that is an option in the future. But right now, I'm just gonna upload everything onto LBRY. LBRY. People just call it LBRY. It's probably sounds better than LBRY. So if you want to watch my videos, go there. You're just gonna have to install the application, whether it's on desktop, mobile device, whatever. And it's pretty intuitive as far as being able to watch someone. With my links, you can go ahead and easily download the app and just start watching. Just subscribe. There's a couple of other people who have moved on to there for flat earthers. If you're a flat earther, there's Eric DeBay is on there. I haven't really seen many other people move on to there, and that's just gonna be the process moving forward. I think I may do live streams again. It will be a rarity, and the live streams I do, I think once I have the funds for it, it will just, I'll have a website once I get the website up and running, and you could watch live streams from my website, and also any of the videos that I've done will stay on my website. And I've got an idea of I'll probably still use platforms to upload my videos. You'll only be able to see a certain portion of it, but I will pretty much drive everyone to the website. Of course, all my videos are going to be for free. I don't get money if I try to monetize anyway. So there's no point in it. And I think a lot of the things that people want to know or find out is something that everyone should probably do their own research on anyway. But I'm just here to share it, whether you want it or not. But there are a few people who do, and it's important. It's a part that I am playing in the bigger part of things. Anyways, that is my intro. So I don't know how long this will go. My wife is at some work business thing. My kids are asleep. They got to stay awake until around 8:30, which is a rarity for them. They had a lot of fun. It was a good time. I love focusing on my family, and it's great. Now, I think I'm gonna go back and forth a lot, and just talking about different subjects. So this is just gonna be one of those videos. You're gonna have to bear with me. So the conversation that I had, one of the things that I kind of thought about was when we talked about Eratosthenes, and I was saying his stuff works even if it wasn't assumed that the Earth was a globe, that he used 360 degrees. You could still use 180 degrees. It's fine. It works just fine, just like on a sextant. It doesn't really matter what's on the other side of the globe. You're on this side of the hemisphere, so no need to worry about the other hemisphere. Right? The sun's coming over. Don't worry about the other part of the hemisphere if it's a globe. It just works on the hemisphere we're on now. So you can work with the exact model. It wouldn't be called a circumference because the circumference only works on a round object, but you can still call it like a meridian. You can still call it the equator, whatever it is, the distance between the two paths and everything else on a flat plane. It works just as fine. You just have one less assumption. So what made me think about things is I'm saying let's use the lowest common denominator, 1/2. But he's saying let's use 2/4. And I'm going, but let's just use 1/2. We don't have to go 2/4. It's going, no, it makes more sense to go 2/4 than 1/2. So it kind of is a stalemate there, and that's fine. If look at all that. So this is why I'm using their thing. Maybe I should not use anything. It's distracting, isn't it? Oh my goodness, look at all these. All right, maybe I'll take it down. All right, let me start over. No, you know what? Keep it going. I always like doing one takes. You never know what's gonna happen, and this happened. So, nature relaxation on demand. Go check it out. I mean, I just found it within 5 minutes before starting this recording. Okay, while we wait for that to go away, let's get back on track. Yeah. And some of the other things, I probably have points on it. Maybe if we have a conversation, or I have a conversation with someone, or we have a conversation that you get to listen to, we'll get back on there. But I was thinking also, not necessarily just on the interview, but afterwards while I was getting more water, walking the dog, and all that other jazz. Because I was a software engineer, a software test engineer, quality assurance engineer, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes I'll look at specifications and yeah, it seems like it'd work. But then the developer would go ahead and code it, and I test it out. It's like, nah, it's not working. Developers go, of course it's working, because they're the one who programmed it, and I have to prove it to the developer that yeah, it's not working. And they're back to the drawing board and keeps going, and I go, I don't think it's gonna work. It would be a lot easier, and you can make it work a lot easier if you just change this in the specification, because that just makes the entire thing better, in my opinion. But then, so we go, you know what? The developer's going, yeah, let's see if we could change the specification. And then we go back and saying, hey, I don't think this will ever work. At least not the way you think it's going to work. It'll take months, if not years, but we're going to have a release in a couple weeks. So we don't have that much time. Can we change the specification so we could do it this way? And the answer is no. It's like, okay, is there a reason why it needs to be specified like this? No answer. It's like, this is the specification. We signed off on it. Go make it work. Of course, it's really not no problem with me because I'm just here to test whether it works or not. So it's an easy job. But the developer, they're straining on it. They're trying to work it out and all this other stuff. And I'm trying to test out. They go to me and they go, well, it's not going to work for this release, but it works kind of. Could you make sure to test it out to see where it works and where it doesn't work? I'm going, okay. So that's my job. I test it. I see where it works and where it doesn't work. And so it's kind of like that with everything. I mean, for me, it's fun. It's a mystery. And I think for all of us, the mystery is good. That's why we like it. The whole we are my my higher consciousness experiences, I guess you could call it that. It makes me think a different way, and same thing with flat earth. If you think about flat earth, and this is also in the interview, when you think of the earth as being flat in that perspective, you're gonna look back through history and see what happened. Why is it now a globe earth? Why is everyone so pretty much adamant that it is a globe earth? And so you're not really looking towards really the future yet, because you want to understand more, and you're going to look into the past. Now, on the other hand, if you are a globe earther, you don't really care about the past. You don't really care about history. It's like, dude, those people were primitive back then. They thought the earth was flat. I mean, come on. What else could they be right about? So no one really pays attention to the past of his story, and they're just looking towards the future. Look, we've got all this technology, we've got science, we've got goals, we've got the government working on stuff, we've got private entities, private corporations working on stuff, where we've got other countries flying in outer space, going to the moon, going to Mars, going to wherever. And they're looking towards the future. They don't really care about the past. So being able to think of the past, how we got here, and trying to make sense of it, it's beautiful, because the past is something that we just don't reflect on too often, even though we should, because it's what connects all of us. When we don't have a past, we don't connect. If you want to watch the rest of my content, you'll have to go to my LBRY account at Ebon Kim. There's a direct link for the browser and an invite to LBRY in the description box. Watching it on the browser may not work, so the best thing to do is download and install the LBRY application.